Hi, I'm Lauren Lockett, and I did debate number one, and I took the side that the Trump administration did not address coronavirus in an efficient manner to meet national security concerns. This is going to be my response to Anthony Reyes, who took the side that the Trump administration did address coronavirus in an efficient manner to meet national security concerns. One of the first things that he brings up is that the opposition is going to talk about how Trump should have acted sooner, and pretty much that is his main argument, that Trump did act soon enough. And he compares it to the SARS outbreak that happened years ago, and I really think that that is not a valid point, and that the two cannot really be compared whatsoever. But the main thing that I want to bring up about the first point was that he talked about Trump's response, and that he responded quick enough by banning travel on January 31st from China. I wanted to bring this up because to call it a travel ban is somewhat of a stretch. One example of this is that Ron Klain, which is the White House, or was the White House Ebola response coordinator under the Obama administration, kind of compared it and called it a travel band-aid rather than a travel ban. And I would like to use that because it's known facts that there was actually no restriction on Americans going back and forth. The ban was only on non-American citizens. So travel was not completely banned from China, so to call it a ban is a stretch. Americans were simply given a warning to not go to China and not to travel to and from China, which is not a ban. To prove this further, on February 5th, when Ron Klain spoke on the issue, there were 30 planes landing in America that originated in Beijing from Los Angeles, 30 planes in San Francisco, 25 in New York, and the list goes on. Those are just a couple of the big cities that I wanted to list. And the date that this was talked about was on February 5th. And the date that those planes were landing was on February 5th, which was 5 days after this travel ban from China that Trump mandated. So I think that this point of the travel ban and Trump acting soon enough is pretty much invalid unless you really think the color of a passport affects the spread of COVID-19 and helps keep it out of the United States. Also, a complete travel ban is not what the United States needed, and it's not even possible, really. We need to be able to import goods from China. One big thing that relates to COVID-19 is medical supplies. So a travel ban completely from China to and from is not what we needed, not really possible, and wasn't even what happened. So also, the next point that I wanted to bring up was that he brought up that Trump requested $2.5 million for vaccine development, PPE, etc. Back to the whole timing argument, this was done in late February, I believe February 26th to be exact. He claims that this was perfect timing because there was a well-known community spread, or like the first case of community spread the day before on February 25th. However, there were several cases of COVID-19 in the U.S. before this community spread, and far before this $2.5 million was requested. It was also, COVID-19 was named a global health emergency by the World Health Organization on January 30th, which was almost a month before Trump requested this money. So why did he not request it sooner? Why didn't he request it back then when it was named a global health emergency? The next point that I kind of want to bring up is, sorry, my documents got all messed up. My notes are on my side over here. Was that he talked about the good old conversation on Trump advising people to consume products containing bleach, stuff like that, whatever. Anthony states that Trump was simply offering his personal health experiences with his opinions, which he's entitled to because of free speech. He also says that it's his personal life and should not be related to his presidency. I wanted to bring this up because I think that it really should be stated that his personal life when it comes to him talking about advisements in regards to COVID-19 do relate to his presidency quite a bit, because was quite literally the president of the United States. So anything he says in regards to advising people to consume products to help with COVID-19 does definitely relate to his presidency. He can't really say things like that, in my personal opinion, and a lot of people's opinions. He also says that his Twitter statements should not relate to his presidency, but his Twitter statements most definitely do relate to his presidency when he's talking about his presidency, and he is followed by millions of people. And also, I want to bring up that a great amount of the argument was based on the president listening to and reacting to cold, hard facts, but in that he listened and reacted to these facts multiple times. But I really do find it hard to believe that him advising people to consume products that would most likely kill them was based on any facts at all. So, and then I also just wanted to touch on, there was no topics were brought up about a lot of things that are very important to this argument, such as how if he did act and shut down the country when other countries did, such as the European Union and South Korea, which are comparable in size to the United States, that we would not be going through the things that we're going through now, where cases are rising once again, and that he has called this whole thing a hoax. He doesn't advise masks, or didn't in the past, and he didn't order sufficient amount of tests. He kind of downplayed this whole pandemic, which is a global health emergency. And yeah, so I think that the Trump administration and the president did not address the coronavirus outbreak in an efficient manner whatsoever. Thank you.